Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The event is about to begin shortly. Firstly, I would like to remind all of you to make sure you have joined our Telegram group and registered by filling in the Google form provided in the Telegram group. During the program, if you have any question to ask the speaker, kindly wait for the Q&A session to be opened by the moderator as we would like to avoid any interruptions during the sharing session. We will also have a quick photography session after the Q&A session and remind you that we will be having a quiz session at the end of the program, and be sure to scan the QR code on the screen at the end of this program for your feedback and e-certificate. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention. Anyway, while waiting for the event to start, I will leave all of you with the pre-event video that the committees have prepared. So now, let's watch it together.
ACCA is not just about numbers. It actually provided me a more diverse and professional skill set.
You can work in the industry, you can run your own business, or you can run your own accountancy practice.
After I finished the entire qualification, I managed to get a job straight away.
I wanted something global. I wanted a profession that comes with prestige.
I think that what the ACCA qualification did was give me a framework in which to enter into the business community.
I knew that the qualification would add value to my CV. It would open up a global job market, and it would be a recognized qualification worldwide.
Specifically for me, it was like an insurance policy to be employed.
As I was selecting the qualification to pursue, I personally felt that ACCA offered a broader knowledge base and skill set.
The ACCA has a wealth of material online that students can tap into whenever they like.
While I was taking my ACCA exams, I found out about the opportunity to get a second degree.
I love the fact that you can actually do degrees outside of the ACCA as well, so things like the Oxford Brookes and the MBAs.
ACCA provided me with diverse and transferable skill sets. It gave me the competence of emotional intelligence, focus, and vision. In today's world, that is what every employer is looking out for.
ACCA has given me the knowledge and skills I need to become a well-rounded finance partner.
It's not an easy ride, but those 4 letters take you from here to here.
I'm really proud to have completed the ACCA qualification. It's given me a lot of confidence in my ability.
I'm so excited about my job, and I can't imagine I would be able to do this without being ACCA qualified.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Accountancy, UiTM. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. I bid to our VIP from UiTM, Yang berbahagia Professor Dr. Haslinda Yusof, Dean Faculty of Accountancy, UiTM, Yang berbahagia Dr. Rozana Tafsir, Deputy Dean of Academic Affairs, and our speakers for the sharing session, Mr. Peter Gabriel, Advisor of UiTM ACCA Ambassador, Madam Salsia Muhammad Ali, Coordinator of Professional Pathway, Faculty of Accountancy, Nur Azidawati binti Abdul Razak, ACCA Accelerate Student, Muhammad Najib bin Karul Azman, ACCA Affiliate, and last but not least, I would like to welcome all of you who are here today to join us for this sharing session. Welcome to Knowing ACCA 2.0. I am Fateh Arshatu Ilya, and I will be your MC for today. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude to all ladies and gentlemen who are willing to spend your time to attend to this session. We greatly appreciate your presence here and we hope everyone will gain valuable inputs from this sharing session. So now let's run through to today's agenda. So today's event, Knowing ACCA 2.0, will begin with the first session, which is a talk about ACCA Accelerate delivered by our ACCA advisor, Mr. Peter Gabriel, and a talk about ACCA Accelerate in UiTM by Madam Salsia. And we will continue with a sharing session from ACCA Accelerate student and ACCA affiliate. What is more exciting is we are going to have a quiz session at the end of the program and the winners will get the ACCA merchandise. Therefore, make sure you give your full attention during all sessions. A brief introductions of the objectives for today. We aim to expose undergraduate students to ACCA and ACCA Accelerate qualifications and provide them a platform for students to ask questions about ACCA to our speaker. Praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have been graced by the chance to gather this morning. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Muhammad Rizwan bin Muhammad Hanafi to recite the dua.
الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Peace and blessing be upon our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions and for those who follow his example till the judgment day. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, you are peace, and all peace is from you, and all peace returns to you, the Master of power and glory. In conjunction with knowing SCA 2.0 program, guide us among those whom you guide. Grant us your blessings to make this occasion a success. Grant us health and pardon among those whom you grant health and pardon. Ya Allah, Ya Latif, Ya Rahim, let our efforts succeed well and secure success. Make us fulfill our determination, give answer to our prayers, listen to our requests, cause us to obtain the good of this world and the hereafter. Give much and more than our expectations. Allahumma ya Allah, cleanse our hearts, unburden our emotions from hate and anger, and in the event of dispute in the matter of truth, show us the right path. May this day of ours be better than yesterday. May our tomorrow be better than today. Please grant us positive outcomes in all our endeavors. Save us from disappointment, both in this world and the hereafter. Please accept our deeds and please reward us accordingly. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Okay, thank you Mr. Muhammad Rizwan for the dua recitation. So to officially start our program, I would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Professor Dr. Haslinda Yusof, Dean of the Faculty of Accountancy, UiTM, to deliver her opening speech and remarks.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fatin, and thank you as well to Muhammad Ridwan for the doa. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and a very good morning, everyone. Yang Berusaha Dr. Rozana Tafsir, our Deputy Dean of Academic, Mr. Peter Gabriel, Manager for the ACCA, as well as the advisor of UiTM ACCA Ambassador, Puan Salsiah Muhammad Ali, our coordinator for the professional pathway, Muhammad Amirul Aiman, the president of the UiTM ACCA Ambassador, Nor Azidawati, the program director, speakers for today's session, advisors of association, students association, ACCA ambassador committees, as well as my beloved students, the students of Faculty of Accountancy. Alhamdulillah, with his blessing today that we are able to gather this morning for the session of Knowing ACCA 2.0. And thank you very much, UiTM Ambassador, ACCA Ambassador, for inviting me to attend today's program. Now, everyone, Faculty of Accountancy and UiTM carries a responsibility in producing quality accounting graduates for the country. And the faculty offers accounting programs from numerous levels, diploma, degree, professional, master's, and PhD. And the faculty aims to produce global accountants who are value creators. Hence, we continuously ensure that our graduates are marketable and as well as having high graduate employability rates. And having professional qualification is one of the primary ways towards achieving the objective in contributing towards the need for chartered accountants for the country. I personally applaud the initiative of ACCA in establishing the UiTM ACCA Ambassador Project. Congratulations to all 20 ambassadors who have been appointed from various campuses, I think in particular 6 branch campuses for the term 2022-2023. The ACCA Accelerate program is definitely a good initiative. I could see there's 8 sessions planned for the next 7 months, and today marks the beginning of the ACCA Accelerate Week. And today's event, Knowing ACCA 2.0, actually provides a platform for accounting students to gather information, important information about the ACCA Accelerated program. Now, ACCA has established this accelerated pathway, and that this is a great opportunity for students to actually acquire their degree and ACCA qualification in a shorter time. Thus comes the wider opportunity for a better career placement and advancement. I urge everyone to take up the opportunity and participate in the activities and events organized by Students Association in the Faculty of Accountancy. Gain as much information, learn, and benefit the sharing of experiences from the activities to be held. These comprehensive activities will offer you knowledge in helping you to prepare and plan for your future development, career development. As the Dean of Faculty of Accountancy, I would like to advise everyone, do not let fear of failure prevent you from advancing in your academic performance, and be confident on yourself. Explore all good opportunities that are available. Be prepared for the competitive job market in the real world. The faculty continuously strive to make ready quality education, quality programs, quality lecturers through our various activities in class and outside the classroom, and in order to produce quality graduates. So everyone, all the best to you. Focus on what you want to be and move towards it, and always trust the process, and the success will be with you, inshallah. I would like to congratulate the program director, Ms. Nor Azida Wati, and the committee members of UiTM ACCA Ambassador Session 2022-2023 for organizing this particular program. In helping the Faculty of Accountancy and ACCA Malaysia in giving exposure about the ACCA Accelerate program to all accounting students. Now, I hope the new UiTM ACCA ambassador committees will bring newness and improvisation to a more beneficial plan for future programs for all faculty of accountancy students throughout the UiTM's system, right, throughout the country. So with that, everyone, all the best. Enjoy and seek as much knowledge as possible. Uh, with that, thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All right, thank you so much, Professor Dr. Hasina Yusuf. It is nice to have you here today, and it would be great if you could stay with us until the end. But knowing your busy schedule, we are still honored to have you 10 after this, okay? Once again, thank you for the brief inauguration speech given just now. So now, hence before we move to today's talk, I would like to invite Mr. Muhammad Amira Aiman bin Jais, the President of UiTM ACCA Ambassador Session 2022-2023 to give some speech before we begin. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you, Ila, our MC for today. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. Yang dihormati Profesor Dr. Haslinda Yusof, Dean Faculty of Accountancy UiTM Puncak Alam, Dr. Razana Tafsir, Deputy Dean of Academic Affairs, our speakers, Mr. Peter Gabriel, Advisor of UiTM ACCA Ambassador, Madam Salsia Muhammad Ali, Coordinator of Professional Pathway, Faculty of Accountancy, Nur Azrawati binti Abdul Razak, ACCA Accelerate Students, Muhammad Najib bin Khairul Azman, ACCA Affiliate, Program Directors, Committees, and to all students. So first of all, thank you for spending your time with us today. I'm sure that some of you may know and some may not know about UiTM ACCA Ambassador or UAA in short. So I would like to use this opportunity to share a brief history and the purpose of our organization. UAA was first established in 2019 with only 2 members from Puncak Alam campus. With the purpose to be an organization for student benefits, UAA is responsible for providing a platform for students to thrive while developing their skills and potential to organize programs and activities. To ensure more students can enjoy the benefits, UAA continues to expand by recruiting members from other UiTM branches. And here we are now, the fourth batch of UAA for session 2022-2023, which consists of 20 UiTM student ambassadors from various branches throughout Malaysia. Therefore, students, be mindful of your campus ambassadors for further inquiry. Moreover, ACCA student ambassadors are freely sharing their wisdom to the students and helping the students to prepare themselves. So we think ahead and lead the students to the future profession. So with the support of the UiTM HEP and HEA of Faculty of Accountancy, we could embark on developing the profession for the next generation. It gives the opportunity to students who have the intention to pursue a professional pathway in ACCA. UAA believes that accountancy is a cornerstone profession of society that supports the both public and the private sectors. So, I hope during this event, knowing ACCA 2.0 will give a huge exposure about the ACCA Accelerator program to all students, especially undergraduate students in UiTM. We are passionate about providing a platform for peers to ask their curiosity about ACCA to our speakers today. Alongside with that, we also had a challenge called ACCA SBR Technical Article Infographic and an informative post called ACCA Accelerator Trivial Fact on our Instagram. I hope all students find this interesting and interactive to engage during this program. So not to forget, please do follow our social media platforms to get updated information about the future events on our Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, and also YouTube. I think that's all from me. Thank you and Assalamualaikum. Pass back.
All right, thank you, Mr. Muhammad Amir Aiman, for a warming welcome. So, moving on to our main agenda for today. So, now let's get to know our speakers for today. First, let me introduce all of you to Mr. Peter Gabriel. Apart from being the advisor of the UiTM ACCA ambassador, he is also a business relationship manager at ACCA Maritime Southeast Asia. Now, kindly give a warm welcome to Mr. Peter Gabriel to start with his speech.
Thank you, MC Ms. Fatin, for the introduction. And very good morning to the Dean, Prof. Haslinda, and Dr. Rozana, Deputy Dean Academic, Puan Salsia, and our fellow speaker today, Ms. Nur Azidawati and Mr. Muhammad Najib. Now, again, I would like to echo on what Prof. just mentioned earlier. Congratulations to the ambassadors for successfully executing this event. I think the first ever event for this term. Yeah, and this follow the social media as posted just now. There will be many more events that is coming up. Right. Now, before I move on to the main agenda today, where I'm going to share with you a little bit about ACCA and mainly to talk about the ACCA Accelerate program that you could enjoy with the benefits. Yeah, allow me to share my screen. Just give me a moment. All right. So I trust everyone is able to look at my screen at this point of time. Yeah. Now, a little bit about ACCA. Now, who are we? Now, we are actually the world's most forward-thinking professional accountancy body. We believe that accountancy is vital for the economies to grow and prosper. So, which is why we actually work all over the world to build the profession and make the society fairer and more transparent. Yeah. So when I say we work all over the world, in my next few slides, I will actually share with you our current present at this point of time. Now, if you look at these slides, the first three boxes on top, yeah, so it actually shows where are we currently present at this point of time, including our strength. Yeah. Now, our strength globally, we have close to about, more than 233,000 members, including over 500 futures members, which is referring to our student. And we're currently present in about 178 countries. Now, with this number of countries I've covered, you can imagine how many or your network's going to be when you start working later on. Yeah. And the three boxes at the bottom, this is actually showing our support to our students and our members. Now, we are actually supporting both students and members through our 110 offices and centers around the globe. Yeah. And one being in Malaysia, which is we are located at Mid Valley, Kuala Lumpur. Now, in term of the approved employers refers to the company or the employees that you can work in the future for you to gain your practical experience and eventually to apply to become a member. 7,610 globally. And in Malaysia, we have close to about 200 plus approved employers. Now, how do you know who are these approved employers? You can always go to our ACCA website, accaglobal.com. On the search button, you type approved employers, you click the link, and you sort under Malaysia. Now, you can actually refer to the list of the employers that is available here in Malaysia locally. Yeah. Now, in terms of study support, we actually supported by 346 approved learning partners globally, and of course here in Malaysia, we have about 20 plus, and one being of course UiTM being one of the platinum tuition provider. Yeah. So UiTM has been in here, already been in the industry for many years, and in fact, they are one of the main contributor being the platinum tuition provider. Now, the accountancy professions and the landscape. the role of the finance professional is constantly changing. Now, here in ACCA, we're constantly adapting our qualification, staying relevant to today and anticipating the challenges for the professional of tomorrow. We regularly research the evolving needs of employers to make sure we continue to produce accountants with a knowledge and skill sets to stay at the forefront of the professions and, of course, in demand all over the world. Now, I'm sure by now, by looking at these slides here, you would be able to know already what is the 60,000 all about. Yeah. Now, just to refresh your probably your memory, our nations aspired to produce 60,000 professionally qualified accountant by year 2030. Yeah. But as it's at this point of time, as of June 2022, reported by MIA, we only have about 37, close to 38,000 members registered. Now, students, by looking at the stats here, what can you tell me? Yeah, I'm sure you all are being trained to analyze these input numbers and so on. Yeah, but in my own view, what I can see here is actually opportunity. Yeah, we need 60,000, but it's still short of about more than 20,000. Yeah, so there's an opportunity there. So what you can do, you do now, start preparing, complete your degree, as well as go and get your professional qualifications like ACCA. Definitely career opportunities waiting for you outside there, and be part of this number, these statistics. Yeah. Now, the accounting professions and the landscape. Now, how do you become an accountant here in Malaysia? We're actually bound by the Accountants Act 1967, where it requires you to register with MIA. Now, how do you do that? Of course, in here, it tells you by having the local accounting degree and get the 3 years working experience, you can register with MIA. But this is the scenario on the industry now where the employer still, requires you to have a professional qualifications. So therefore, with your degree, top up the professional qualifications like ACCA, complete the exams, get the 3 years working experience, then you actually can apply to both MIA and ACCA membership. Now, the business qualifications for the fast-changing world. For those who are, I'm sure, but still now, I think you all still contemplating which qualification to choose. So there must be a ton of questions running in your mind. So maybe I can share a little bit insights here. Maybe it can help you, to determine, okay, which professional qualifications can help you to achieve your dream career. Now, if you look at this, I've summarized with the ACCA qualification, you can first choose your career path. You can stand out to the top employers, make an impact. Of course, you can become a leader eventually, and you can prepare for the future. Now, with ACCA qualifications as well, I have to echo Prof. Hasinila mentioned earlier, you'll be able to be someone who is a value creator. And on top of that, it's actually open to any possible employability opportunity. All right. Now, ACCA qualifications. Now, let's take a look at how you can be part of this global community. Yeah. So there are 3 elements to be the membership, which we simply call it the 3 E's, which is the exams, ethics, and experience. Now, first, let's take a look on the exam. The ACCA qualifications comprises of the applied knowledge, applied skills, and strategic professional levels, a total of 13 papers that you need to complete. With your degree program that has been accredited by ACCA, you are eligible to claim a maximum of 9 papers exemptions. So therefore, you only left with 4 more papers to go under the strategic professional. There are 4 exams in a year, which means you can arrange your study and exams plans to suit your schedule and preparations. Now, let's take a look on the strategic professional. As I mentioned earlier, out of the 13 papers, 9 being exempted, so 4 more papers to go. 2 essential papers, which is compulsory for you to take. And once you reach to the options module, you choose 2 out of the 4 papers available. Yeah, passing mark for the papers is 50. Remember, you just need to achieve 50 marks, then you pass the exam. Exams delivery will be fully online. there will be no more paper-based exams. Yeah, when I say exam online delivery, you can either choose to sit the exam at our exam center, or alternatively, if you wish to sit at your own place, at your own whichever convenient to you. Say, for example, you want to sit the exam at home, then you can choose under the RI. RI stands for Remote Invigilated Exams. Yeah, but before you can do so, normally when you're about to choose these options, you'll be prompted a few questions for you to check whether first maybe your system, yeah, your device system is compatible to ACCA, your what's that, your network, is it supported, and many others before you can proceed to register for the RI options. Yeah, and the time limit for you to complete the entire ACCA exam, which is the 4 papers, you are given 7 years. Now, what does it mean by 7 years? 7 years will start counting once you pass the first strategic professional papers. It's not at the point when you register with ACCA. Yeah, so only when you pass the first paper, then 7 years start. The clock start ticking. Now, every paper that you pass, at the point of you passing the paper, the 7 years will start counting. Now, what's going to happen after you pass 3 papers and 1 more paper to go, and you keep repeating and repeating up to the 7 years? Now, whatever paper that you pass and the timeline exceeding 7 years at the point when you pass, yeah, so I'm afraid you got to repeat the paper again. Yeah, you have to repeat simply because probably the logic is that whatever you learn 7 years ago, it may not be practical anymore. So therefore, you need to relearn and sit the exams again. Now, trust me, students, I really don't think that you need 7 years to complete 4 papers, right? So give yourself 2 years, or at least, yeah, to complete the 4 papers. And with the structured plan from UiTM, we will anticipate, or we will be expecting you to complete the 4 papers together with your degree. So you don't really have to worry to go beyond 7 years. Yeah. So you just need to follow accordingly the structure, the plan, and of course, with your effort, you have to study and so on. And I believe you'll be able to complete the 4 papers. All right. Now, the next E, we talk about the Ethics and Professional Skills module. In short, we call EPSM. The ACCA Ethics Professional Skills module is not only about ethics, but there are elements of professional skills embedded to help in attempting the strategic professional papers. Yeah. Now, the EPSM exposes you to skills like commercial awareness, leadership skills, teamwork, data analytics, and many others. Now, to complete this, you have to spend approximately 15 to 20 hours. Now, how do you access this? At the point when you have registered to the ACCA Accelerate, and you'll be able to log in into your ACCA account, for example. Yeah. So once you log in, you click the link and you can start attempting this online module as well as the final assessment. Approximately 20 hours. Now, I'm not going to ask you to sit 20 hours straight. Yeah. Once you have started, and then if you think you have enough of the day, you can always stop and save your work and continue whenever, maybe in the next following days, for you to continue until you complete the entire module. So the accumulative hours will come up to about 15 to 20 hours. Now, with the assessment at the end, you will get a certificate upon completion. Means you have to pass the assessment. If you fail, you have to reattempt until you pass, but payment only one time. Now, for students, the EPSM actually sets a strong base for you as you embark on the strategic business leader paper. So you actually highly encouraged to complete before you attempt the exams. Yeah. So we encourage you to complete. So because it will give you the overview, what are the papers all about, and give you the overview about the exams, right? Now, on the last E, we talk about the experience, yeah, practical experience requirement. Now, PR, in short for practical experience requirement, is another key element that one absolutely must have before you can professionally qualified member of ACCA. The flexibility that ACCA has allows you to accumulate experience from before, during, or after you pass the exam. So what does it mean here? Now, even before you started your ACCA exams, or while doing the ACCA papers, or even after you complete all the exam, you'll be able to start accumulating the 3 years working experience. Now, just to share with you, the 6 months practical or internship that you're going to perform later on is also can contribute towards the 3 years working experience. Yeah, but please note that the practical experience is all subject to your supervisor or your line manager approval, because all based on your performance. Yeah. Now, to complete PR, you will need to achieve 36 months of supervised experience. This should be in a relevant accounting or finance role. You also complete 9 performance objectives, which 5 being the essential and 4 technical objectives. Yeah. Now, ACCA Careers, this is something, another platform that you might want to consider and might want to explore from now onwards, yeah, especially for those who are about to look for the internship placement. Now, ACCA Careers is actually our very own job board for more exciting opportunities in a myriad of sectors that could benefit you as a student. Career advice like writing a good CV and preparing for virtual interviews are also made available here to support your journey. Now, if you look at here, this is how it looks like. Again, go to the ACCA Global, you click or you type ACCA Careers, get the link, you type and you come to this page. So what I would advise you, this is actually open and free to all the students. Go and create your account, revise your CV or update your CV, or those who have not have it, please create one, upload in these platforms. Yeah. So who knows, one day the employees browsing through and happen to come across your CV, they like what they see, they will definitely give you a call for an interview opportunity. All right. Now, again, look at these slides here for those who wish maybe want to consider to work beyond Malaysia. If you look at here, there's a tab at UK, Europe, Asia Pac, Africa, and many other parts of the world. If you think that you are keen, to explore the opportunity to work in these particular locations, then feel free go in and click. Yeah, who knows? You would definitely they have a posting to tell you that there's an opportunity. Go and try, click and apply for it. Yeah, because I believe with this ACCA qualifications, with your degree, it's actually a platform for you to go and move around. Yeah, mobility. Yeah, it's not only giving you the opportunity to work in Malaysia, but also across the globe. Yeah, and I just happened to have an opportunity to visit a few locations in Melbourne and in our used to be our HQ office back in the UK, and we have our events to meet our Malaysian members, or I would say that Malaysian who are currently working in these locations. Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of them there. Yeah, so it tells you there will be an opportunity for you as well. All right. Now the next slide will tell you the opportunity by sector. Now, many of you might have already aware that your opportunity doesn't limit you to be in audit or tax only. Yeah, I think by now you all should know already. So there are many other job sector that you can explore. If you look at here, there'll be an accounting, public practice sector, bank industry, digital, educations, property, public sectors, retail, and many others. Yeah. So go in and click any of these. You can actually see what are the opportunities waiting for you outside there. Now, a little bit about Career Navigator. This is actually one developed by ACCA, which aim to help our students and members to grow into a senior leadership roles by identifying exactly what capabilities are required at every level and helping them to map their own skills. Yeah, this is another online tools that you can actually go and explore. Yeah, for you to know what kind of skills or what we call that capabilities that you need to have in order for you to gain access to the future career that you would like to explore too. All right. Now, the professional insight, this is like a research done our professional, which is posted in our ACCA website as well. It's actually open to everyone, and especially for students, I would definitely encourage you go and have a read. Yeah, this is something that it will tells you what's going on in the current trends, current markets. Yeah, talking about Gen Z digitalizations, which somehow I think it would definitely help you not only to understand the industry requirement, but maybe can help you in one of your degree modules as well. Yeah, it's like a case study for you. You go and have a look, read, and understand. Now, the main things that we would like to talk here, of course, we talk about the ACCA Accelerate program. So what is it all about for those who have not heard about it or just happen to hear somewhere or anywhere? Yeah, ACCA Accelerate is actually our special arrangement between ACCA and the higher education provider, which here refer to UiTM. So what is it there for you? You'll be presented with an opportunity to kickstart your journey towards obtaining a professional qualification as early as while you're still in your degree study. And of course, there's an opportunity as well for you to complete the qualifications together with your degree. So meaning to say, by the time you complete your degree, you should be able to have or complete ACCA qualification at the same time. So you have dual qualifications in your hand. Now, what is the benefits of this program? Now, let's talk about the career opportunities. Yeah. So being an ACCA student, once you have registered, ACCA actually provide you with a platform to connect with the employers, especially our approved employers. Now, what's going to happen here? We do have events where we invite our employers, our industry partners to have a session, workshop, webinars, training, and many others where we will invite our ACCS students to be part of it. Yeah, so you got to listen to know what are the key information that you need to know, as well as to be able to connect with these employers. So in a way, we actually building a bridge for you to connect your future employers. All right. Now, exclusive value refers to the discount that you're going to enjoy via this program. Now, I'm going to show you the details of it in my next slides. Now, next, let's talk about the head start. Yeah, this is an opportunity for you to take the exam while pursuing your degree and to fast track your ACCM membership. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this ACCA Accelerate programs allows you to register while you're still in your degree study, and immediately you have the options to start taking the remaining 4 papers exams. Yeah, and of course, hoping that by the time you complete your degree, you also be able to complete the 4 papers in ACCA. Now, that's actually lead to my next points where it helps to enhance your CV, add value to your CV. Now, when you already perhaps pass 1 or 2 papers during your degree and you're about to look for an internship placement. Now, in your CV, you can already put, that you're actually partially qualified in ACCA. You list down that you already completed 2 papers, for example. Now, in the eyes of the employers, for them, they will treat you as someone who is committed towards completing your professional qualifications. So therefore, they would definitely, give you an opportunity for an interview. Now, of course, in the other scenario, say for example, giving you the head start of these professional qualifications. Now, imagine when you're ready to apply for a job and you prepare your CV. Now, just give an example, me being the employers, I receive 10 CVs applications for that particular post. Yeah. So your CV already stated you have 1 or 2 paper pass for your ACA, whereby the rest of the other candidates, they only have degree. Now, who do you think the employers or myself will consider more? Of course, for me, I look at your CV, there's some add value where you already started your professional qualification. I would definitely shortlist your CV for an interview. All right. Now, last but not least, of course, being an ACCA student, you'll be able to be part of our ACCA membership community, where you'll be able to, to network students or members not only in Malaysia, but those who are around the globe. All right. Now, this is the discount that I mentioned earlier. Now, to make you understand easier, actually make a comparison for you to register as a normal registrations. Normal registration refers to you wait until you complete your degree first, then only you register to ACCA. Now, to compare with, if you register as an ACCA accelerated student, where it requires you to register while you're still in your degree study. Now, students, do note, if you wait until you complete your degree, then only register to ACCA, you won't be able to enjoy or to get the ACCA accelerated program benefits anymore. All right. Now, let's take a look on the IR, initial registrations. Being an ACCA accelerate, you only need to pay £20, 20, whereby if you register under normal registrations, you have to pay the payment in full, which costs you £89. Yeah, that would be quite a lot. In terms of the annual subscriptions, the yearly payment that you need to pay to ACCA, under Accelerate, while you still do in your degree study, the fee is going to waive. Yeah, say for example, you register while in your third year of your degree study. So your third year and fourth year of your degree study, the annual subscription is waived. You only need to start paying after you graduated. For example, if you are completing your degree in year 2023, so the annual subscriptions you have to start paying from year 2024 onwards. Yeah. Now, the exemption fee, the 9 papers, though you don't have to sit for the paper, but you are still required to pay for the exemption fee. Now, under Accelerate program, the fee has been heavily discounted. Yeah, heavily discounted, where you only need to pay £25 per paper. So all in all, for 9 papers, it costs you only £225. Yeah, compare with if you register under normal registrations, then you have to pay in full, which costs you about £942. That will be very, very expensive. Now, if you convert in ringgit Malaysia, that costs you over 5,000 ringgit Malaysia. Yeah. And for the exemption fee under Accelerate, on top of getting the discount, the exemption fee you are not required to pay now. Means at the point when you register into the Accelerate, you don't have to pay now. The fees is going to, the payment will be deferred to a maximum of 1 year after you graduated. Yeah, approximately 1 year. But for you to know exactly when you need to do that, once you have your ACCA Accelerate eligibility letter, there's a date stated in it, yeah, to tell you when is the deadline for you to pay for the exemption fee. All right, so do refer to the letter. Once you are ready to register, you'll be definitely be given, be provided the said letter as I mentioned earlier. All right. Now, for you to know what other fees that you need to pay, though most of the UiTM students will definitely be able to apply for the sponsorship, but just for you to know what other fees that is involved for you to pay in ACCA. Now, one, of course, being the ACCA exam fees. Exam fees here, you can always refer to our ACCA website again. At the accaglobal.com, on the search button, you type fees and charges. You click the link, you sort under Malaysia, then you type, you select ACCA qualification, then you see the list of the fees that you need to pay. Now, I would like to highlight this or to remind you, whenever you're ready to register for the exams, please do observe the exams entry deadline. In here, they always have 2 deadlines, which is standard and late entry. Now, give you an example for the upcoming December exams. Now, for the standard entry, it's already open for you to register. Just give you an example. But the exam entry is going to close on the 31st October. Yeah. So under standard entry, currently the exam fee for SPR is £172. But somehow, if you miss the deadline, maybe you know, but you delay, and then you forgot about it. So by the time 1st November, then, oh, I haven't registered for my SPR paper. Then you wanted to proceed to register. By the time you already need to pay under late entry order, which is very going to be very expensive. It will cost you about £387. 87. Yeah. So please make sure whenever you're ready to sit for exams, always observe the exam entry deadline. Now, AC study support in resources on top of the tuitions classes that been given by UiTM. Now, do also utilize our online resources that is available in our website. Yeah, this is how it looks like, our accaglobal.com. Under Students tab, click Study Support Resources, then you can always find all these informations in here. Yeah, perhaps you wanted to know what is the syllabus look like, what is the coverage, what is the exams look like, and you wanted to know the model answer. Yeah, please feel free to explore these sections in here. All right. Now, how do you start? How do you register? The registration is always arranged by UiTM, so don't have to worry about that. You'll be given, in fact, I'll be there as well to guide you on how to register step by steps. Yeah. So basically, to remind you, in UiTM, they will be already have a structured plan for you to do, which Puan Saskia will definitely going to explain to you later on the what's that, the professional pathway. And for those who have didn't manage to register earlier on, those in part 7 and 8, you definitely still have the chance to register now. Yeah, please do consider, because once you have graduated, complete your degree, you won't be able to register under the accelerator anymore. So part 7, part 8, please please remember, you need to register into this program before you complete your degree. Now, in terms of the documents, also nothing to worry, yeah, because we're definitely going to explain to you where you only need 2 documents for you to prepare, which is your scanned copy of IC, and of course, we need the letter, the eligibility letter. It's going to be provided to you by the institutions later on for you to upload during the registrations. Now, exemption fee, again, you don't have to worry. You don't have to pay now. You can pay later, and with that, you also be able to sit for the exams. Now, I think this is my last slides on the, what we call that, on the Accelerate program. But I will also take this opportunity to give you a little bit of iklan. Yeah, sorry about it. Now, ACCA has been working with Deloitte for many years. We are partner on this Deloitte Tax Challenge. So, students, if you keen to be part of this challenge, please do consider form a team, or perhaps you would like to have it individually. Please consider to participate this competition, yeah, because with this, you of course have the access to be part of Deloitte as your future employers as well. All right. Now, I'm going to send this through the SC Ambassador. Should you not able to scan the code given here, I will share it later on. All right. So just give you the heads up. This is another opportunity that you can explore too. Now, with that, I will end my sharing today. Now, before I go, give you a couple of seconds to perhaps to copy this or even snap the picture. Should I have not covered any info, feel free to drop me an email to this peter.gabriel@accglobal.com, or you can always call me or send me WhatsApp through my mobile number here. All right. Now, with that, thank you so much, and I will now pass it back to the MC. Over to you, MC. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Peter, for the informative speech. I hope everyone could take note of what our speaker delivered just now. So next, I would like to invite Madam Salsia to give a talk about ACCA Accelerate in UiTM. For your information, Madam Salsia Muhammad Ali is a coordinator of Professional Pathway, Faculty of Accountancy. So now I will pass the mic to Madam Salsia to start the briefing.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning, everyone. Let me share my slide first. Sorry, because I have not. Okay, can you see my slides? So it's okay, my slides here. Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good morning, everyone, especially to the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Dr. Slinda, and Dr. Razana Tafsir, the Deputy Dean of Academic, Faculty of Accountancy, and of course, Mr. Peter Gabriel, the ACCA Advisor for UiTM. And then we have Mr. Amirul Aiman, the President of UiTM ACCA Ambassador, and as well as, of course, Ms. Azizawati, the Director for this program. Okay, first of all, thank you very much for having me attending these sessions. So you have heard a lot, I guess, from Mr. Gabriel about what is ACCA is all about, as well as the ACCA, ACCA Accelerate program. So I am here basically is to brief you guys about how we operationalize this ACCA Accelerated program at the faculty and university level. Sorry. All right. First of all, thank you for the organizer of this program. Okay, this is a very good effort by the ACC ambassador to have this program exposure to the students so that you can have this kind of the exposure about what is the ACCA and ACCA Accelerate program much earlier. All right, so basically, but for me, this is a very good time. All right, so because after this, you can start thinking seriously about whether or not you're actually really interested to enroll yourself to this ACCA Accelerate program. So you have this term break before you come back for the new terms in the next 1 month. All right, so you have really much ample time to really think about it, do some research, go to the ACCA website and go through what is actually ACCA is all about, the resource supports and so on and so forth, right? So, and basically I'm going to brief you guys about what is basically the admission, what we call that process. Okay, should you actually interested to be participating in this ACCA Accelerate program. All right, so as I did mention, so you have this like around 1 month to really think about it, do your own research and all. So when you come back within week 1 and week 2, so basically this is the moment when we actually start distributing or blasting to you guys the pre-application form. So we shall open the pre-application form and then start do the application screening. Okay, if you're actually interested to be participating in this ACCA Accelerate program, and having us, UiTM, as the tuition provider. So you may start at part 5. You must start at part 5, yeah, with the requirement of 3.5 CGPA, all right? So other than that, as what Mr. Peter had mentioned, you still have an opportunity, all right, to entitle for the ACCA Accelerate benefits, okay, should you actually coming from part 7 and 8. It's just a matter that you basically need to basically start your papers after your undergraduate studies with UiTM, maybe with our professional study or from the other institutions. But you need to activate your Accelerate status during your undergraduate study. But for those coming from part 5, you can start having us as your tuition provider. You must start at part 5 with a CGPA of 3.5, CG of 3.5. Okay. So this is actually happening during week 1 until week 2. We start open up the application form so you can start filling in, and then we will start do the screening. So basically in week 3 is we'll start to notify the shortlisted candidates. Okay, we will start notify the shortlisted candidate, and then during that moment, student may start. So basically, this is our advice. You can start apply for any scholarship or funding available. Okay, and then submit the eligibility forms or accelerate later, okay, back to me, okay, to the faculty, and then the faculty will what we call that, submit that accelerate letter to the TDA's office to get the signature. And then after that, you may start register start your ACCA registrations in the ACCA website, as what Mr. Peter had mentioned to you guys, where you need these two documents, a copy of your IC as well as the signed accelerate letter, okay, signed letter by the TDS office, as well as the payment of £20, okay. Right, so and starting with 5 to 6, so basically we will start finalize the confirmed student enrollment, all right, and then normally within with 7 to 8, your first class will begin. Yeah, so basically this is the process: pre-applications, screenings, okay, and then shortlisted candidate will be notified, and then you can start apply for the scholarship and all. And the start normally will start between week 7 to week 8, your first class. Yeah. Okay, this is basically the program structure. Okay, for part 5 students, okay, so your first paper will be the AFM, Advanced Financial Management. Okay, this is our first paper. Okay, Advanced Financial Management. Okay, in your part 6, it is suggested that you should go for the SBL, Strategic Business Leader paper. Okay, based on the experience, your previous your seniors, the previous batches that have already in the program, so they can actually opt to, if you actually pass your AFM paper, so you have no issues, you can go for SBL. But sometimes student, if you actually fail your AFM, so normally you can still have a chance to choose whether you are going to retake AFM at this part 6, or you can proceed with the SBL. All right, so you can still choose, all right, depending on your status, whether you actually have passed the first paper FM or you failed this paper. However, in your part 7, you have no choice, but you must go for the SBR and AAA, because these two is basically our embedded elective. All right, in your part 7, this is equivalent to your 4 elective. Okay, so in part 7, you must go for SBR and AAA, provided if you actually have passed these two, or still keep repeating these two. But in part 7, you must go for this, because this is our embedded. So we embedded these two papers as your elective, yeah, equivalent to 4 elective. And then after that, in part 8, you're going to have your industrial attachments. Some of your seniors, they are actually, if they can, you can manage your time. So basically, they are still going for, taking another paper. For example, like you have not, okay, maybe you're still like, having one more paper left because, it was not, it was failed, for example, before previously, and then you need to repeat here for whatever reason. So, but depending on your time, okay, you can still have a chance. So basically having another paper here, but depending on your schedule, because this is actually during your industrial training. Okay, so basically this is actually the program structure, AFM, SPL, and then you still have, as I did mention, you can say AFM is a must in part 5 to start with the AFM, but this is basically quite basically depending on your situations. Yeah, you can still go for SPL, or you want to repeat your AFM if you fail it, or you fail it but you still want to go for SPL. So it depends on you, right? But this one is a compulsory because this is our embedded elective. Okay. In terms of the classes, I'll say you're gonna have 4 hours lecture or classes within 4 weeks, and then you're gonna have intensive revision class 4 hours for 4 days. So this is basically the arrangement. Basically, this is the time, but the arrangement still depends on the lecturer. Okay. For now, we are having it as a weekend classes online, but the coming semester, we have yet decided if it's gonna be physical class or stay online. Okay, but the class normally will be conducted during the weekend. Okay. Okay, and then after that, I'll go for the exam registrations. As what Mr. Peter had advised you guys. For the sponsored students, normally we are able to basically assist the student in terms of the registrations. But if you are a sponsored student, you need to do the exam registration all by yourself, because you are the one who actually make the payment. Okay, and then you can go and then you need to do the registration all by yourself. But for the sponsored student, for now, we are still able to basically assist the student with the exam registrations. Okay. All right, so I guess this is basically that's all in terms of the how we actually operationalize this at the university level, at the faculty level. All right, so this is just a quick basically a review here in terms of the phases of passing ACCA exams, where this is the whole process: learning, revision, and final exam. And after that, this is basically exactly the same what Peter had mentioned to us about the resources that is available in the at the ACCA given by the ACCA itself. You can go through. So basically, this is what actually available for you. So please use this basically 1 month period. Okay, you have this very much ample time to really think about it. Okay, and as I did mention, do your own research and then go through the website and really think about it, so that by the time we come back during week 1 and week 2, you know your decisions. Because whatever it is, 3.5 is basically is the requirement, but it all goes back to you. If you actually really keen into this program, you have the patience, you really it's really involve a lot of sacrifice, because you are doing it together with your undergraduate study. So of course, a lot of efforts, sacrifice, and so on and so forth. So patience is a must. So use this ample time to really think about it, and when we come back, you already have your own decisions. All right. So whether or not you're actually really, interested and keen to participate and excel in both undergraduate and your ACCA program. All right. So I guess that's all from me. Okay. You can also have this ACCA apps to another source of to assist you further in your study. All right, in addition to the website itself. All right, so I guess that's all from me. All the best to all the students, and good luck. All right, thank you very much, everyone.
Alright, thank you, Madam Salsa, for the brief talk about ACCA Accelerate in UiTM. May the students get the clarification regarding the ACCA Accelerate program and identify what they need to prepare before taking the ACCA Accelerate program. So now, let's move to the next session with one of the ACCA Accelerate student, Ms. Nur Azidawati binti Abdul Razak, and one of the ACCA affiliate, Mr. Muhammad Najib bin Khairul Azman. Hi, Ms. Azida, could you hear me?
Yes, I can hear clearly.
Alright, so can you give like a brief introduction about yourself?
Okay. My name is Nur Azidawati binti Abdul Razak. I'm a Bachelor of Accountancy of UiTM Puncak Alam. Currently, I'm in part 8th semester and doing my practical training. I'm also the ACCA Accelerate student, and I'm also the UiTM ACCA ambassador.
Alright, thank you, Miss Azira. What about our ACCA affiliate? Hello, Mr. Najib, how are you?
Hi there. I'm fine, thank you.
Great, I'm so glad to hear that. So, could you please tell us about yourself briefly?
All right. So, hi everyone. My name is Muhammad Najib bin Hiratman. You can call me Najib. So, I graduated last year, October 2021, and currently working at PwC Malaysia as the audit associate.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Najib. So, for this sharing session, I will ask few questions to our speaker and they will share their experience regarding the questions. So, I will start with Miss Azira first, okay? So, the first question is, before deciding to take the ACCA Accelerate program, is there something that encouraged you to enter into this field?
Okay, accounting has been my passion, and I really want to be specialized in this field. So doing a degree in UiTM is good enough, but I'm looking for something extra to add value to myself. As we all know, currently there is an intense competition among graduates. So that's what encouraged me to take on this ACCA Accelerate. And I think we can agree that ACCA is one of the best professional accounting bodies that is recognized globally. Other than that, I am very interested into what ACCA Accelerate has to offer us. As mentioned by Mr. Peter just now, there are a lot of benefits and advantages on taking this ACCA Accelerate, such as in terms of the financial, the support, and also the duration. So in terms of financial, I am sponsored by Mara. So I don't really have to think about the financial part for now. So that keep me at ease. And then with the support from UiTM through classes, intensive revision course, as well as how UiTM arrange our degree subject to align with our ACCA syllabus really gives me the confidence and makes me feel secure. And also, the key highlight for this program, I think, is the dual qualification. Having ACCA is one thing, but having ACCA while doing degree is another thing. And I think the employer will appreciate that very much. It shows that you are serious about being professional accountant, and yeah, that will help in terms of employability. And other than that, of course, the support from my family and friends helps me to give confidence and encourage me to take on this ACCA Accelerate.
All right, thank you. What about you, Mr. Najib? What motivates you to do ACCA and where does your passion come from?
All right. Okay. So to answer this question, I would like to inform you guys a little bit about my background. So I was a science student who taking the future accountant for my SPM. So one day my account teacher informed me that there's a professional program called ACCA and also CIMA. I have I have heard before the ACCA, but then I don't have a deep insight on how ACCA works, what path can we choose to pursue ACCA, and also what it is actually. So when I went back home, I started to do some research on the professional program, and there I know that we can do ACCA through either CAT program, diploma program, and also a degree. So compared to current situations, there's not lots of choice back then. So right now we have like we can pursuing ACCA through CAT or also known as the FIA or matriculations, JP Pro, and also diploma and degree. So if you ask me like what things that motivate me to do ACCA, I have one personal goal actually. And my personal goal is I want to be special. I want to be different from my friends. While them continue their study by taking the diploma or matriculations or normal foundation is in accounting. But for me, I want to do more. I want to be totally different. So that's why I chose a professional program, which is the CAT ACCA program that time. So like if someone asks me like, hey Najib, you got any other reasons why you choose ACCA? So yeah, I got other reasons actually. So the other reason is I want to be the first students or alumni from my schools that pursuing a professional program and be the first ACCA affiliate. So like for you guys information, there's no senior in my school that got the opportunity to continue or pursuing ACCA. So my account teacher and my customer teacher that time also encouraged me to do the professional program so that I can contribute back to my schools and share my experience with my junior so that I motivate them to do professional program later. So I took this one as a challenge, a good challenge for me to improve myself, to be better. And Alhamdulillah, indeed, it's a very good decision for me as I be the first alumni from my school that be the ACCA affiliate. So even though it's still lots of things I need to learn out there, but it's a very good start for me. And these are the things that something I can proud with. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Mr. Najib. Okay, back to Miss Azida. Since you are moving towards the end of your studies, can you give us like a view on your journey as an ACCA Accelerate student in UiTM Puncak Alam?
Yes, of course. For your information, I am the first batch of professional pathway in UiTM Puncak Alam. So first thing, we've been given the briefing since fourth semester about the ACCA Accelerate, and I've been told about the sponsorship. If we want to get the sponsorship, we must maintain at least CGPA 3.5 or 3.4 and above, if I'm not mistaken. And then that's what I strive first to get the CGPA. And then after that, when I'm taking the ACCA Accelerate, my first paper is AFM. I was attending the weekend class from the lecturer. And then for your information, the AFM paper is quite similar to our degree subject as per mentioned by Madam Sasya just now, our Math 653 paper. So by gaining understanding in AFM helps me a lot in improving my understanding in our degree subject. So it's like killing two birds with one stone. So after that, in sixth semester, unfortunately, I did not pass my first paper. So I resit the paper, the examination. Um, First, I failed at 43%, and I passed with 65% on second attempt. So to me, it's quite of a significant improvement for myself and achievement for myself. And then in seventh semester, we are required to take the Strategic Business Reporting SBR and Advanced Audit and Assurance paper, AAA. So it is quite interesting that this ACCA syllabus has been embedded into our degree subject, which is 4695, 4695 So this means that we don't have to attend the weekend classes, but instead of that, we just need to attend the UiTM classes provided to us, which is for the purpose of um, to sit for the exam internally, degree for the degree purpose, and also for ACCA exam purposes. So currently I'm in eighth semester. For now, I managed to pass 3 out of 4 paper, which is AFM, SBR, and AAA. So now I'm preparing for SBL paper in September. So that's a bit overview of my journey taking ACCA Accelerate.
Alright, thank you, Miss Azida. I am very curious actually, Mr. Najib, what drove you to stick along with this field and could you share the benefits and opportunities you encountered from taking ACCA?
All right. Thank you once again for the question. All right. So, my ACCA journey is not that easy. Okay, I'm a very average student. So to be honest, I have failed 2 times throughout my study ACCA. One in the fundamental papers, and another one in the professional papers. So for someone who have experiencing failure, and I know how hard is it for us to bounce back and keep focused for next semester, right? But one thing that I know is whenever we fall, I always keep in my mind that this is not the end of everything. There's always a second chance for us. There's always a opportunity for us to do better. Yep, I can't deny that it's not that easy, but we can be upset for 1 to 2 days, only for 1 to 2 days, okay? And then on the third day, you need to start to realign your plan, realign your focus, uh, start to work harder, start to work smarter for your next exam, as we already know that which parts or which paper that we need to focus more, and which part that we need to work more hard, because you already experienced before, right? So you know that this syllabus I need to work hard more because these are the things that I like with. All right. So we need to keep in our mind also that in ACCA, even though my senior also told me before lah, in ACCA, it's a normal thing if you fail your exam. Okay, it's a normal thing, but don't normalize this one lah, because it will affecting your duration of studies and it will drag your studies for too long, and then you'll be demotivated to do to continue studies, right? But of course, a failure is like something you cannot accept in one day. You cannot accept it in one day because you spend your whole work, your efforts, and also your money for that kind of exam. But just keep in your mind lah that if you fail in SCCA, it's a normal thing. Okay. So when you ask me like what opportunity that I have encountered when I taking SCCA, of course, SCCA helped me a lot, especially to boost my confidence. Okay, to boost my confidence on what? Boost my confidence to meet and communicate with other people from corporate industry or from the professional bodies, as well as they help me to polish my skills, my critical thinking, my analytical skills, whereby I can use it in my real life situations, even though when I start working this year. All right. So other than that, when we talk about a professional qualification like ACCA, so it's actually enhancing our marketability and our employability because most of the firms out there, your future employers out there, really want your employees to take professional papers. So, like me, I think that doesn't it better for us to complete our professional qualification first before we start our working life, as eventually you will need to do so, right? So that's why I think the professional qualifications helped me a lot to improve my employability and also help me to be more prepared when I want to start in working life. So these are the things that I can share with you guys. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Next question for Miss Azida. As a degree student who is taking ACCA Accelerate program, and your schedule must be so packed, and since you have to focus on your degree and ACCA at the same time, so it must be tough for you. And therefore, what is the biggest challenge at the moment, and how do you handle it?
Okay. Taking ACCA is a very thing for me since I started training. So this means that I'm tied up with my work from 9 to 5:30 p.m. right? So instead of thinking, so I think the biggest challenge for me is to manage my time effectively to study for my ACCA. And for that, I have to think about how I can manage my time properly. So first thing that I always do is to prepare the to-do list of tasks that I need to complete. So by doing this, I will set the priorities, and then I will try to do the easiest task at the time where I feel the most inconvenient time to study. So by the time that I want to study, I don't have to think about the other tasks that I need to complete, so I can stay focused on my study. Also, in time management, it is important to study effectively. By having to study effectively, I usually prefer to have a good environment, a convenient place to study. This helps to minimize the distractions, the and to stay focused throughout the revision. So I think that's how I manage my time. I believe that everyone else has different kind of techniques in managing their time, like Pomodoro or something. But I think this method suits me well, and it helps me to achieve from the beginning of the ACCA until now. So that's it.
All right, thank you. Another question for you, Mr. Najib. Could you please tell us briefly about your journey taking ACCA in UiTM?
All right. So when we talk about taking CA in UiTM, I would say the system that UiTM offered to us as a students is very supportive, very efficient, and also intensive, I would say, because I have experiencing both physical and ODL classes when I study ACCA that time. So one that stick in my mind actually, the system is very supportive. Okay, my biggest difficulty that time is adaptability from the physical classes to the online classes. So, but then when we talk about supportive, the lecturers that time is always try their best to ensure the students get enough resources to study, get a better understanding on the technical knowledge, and also provide all the tips for us to ensure we pass our exam. All right. So I still remember that one day I will study quite late, almost to midnight. And when you have like something, a queries you need to solve as soon as possible, right? So you have a better understanding to that kind of syllabus, that kind of situation, right? So I was just trying to message my lecturer that time. I was not too pushing them, but I just tried to like try my luck lah. Either I can get the answer on that time. But it's very good actually because my lecturer reply my questions. So it's helped me to get the understanding instantly lah. So the thing is their effort to ensure we feel like we have a even though it's a virtual, even though it's during the MCO, it's very a good experience for me to finish my study that time. So these are a little bit journey about taking CA in UiTM. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Miss Azira, could you share what is one piece of advice would you give to someone that is interested to jump into this field?
Okay. Um, my first advice would be first, don't focus too much on the difficulty, but instead try to think how you can manage your challenge to get the results that you want. So, by doing that, usually we will try to push ourselves, and to do this, it needs a lot of sacrifice, sacrifice yourself, and it needs to takes a lot of time. So um, a lot of people say that ACCA qualification, the examination has a low passing rate, right? So this is because the ACCA examination is quite challenging for me personally. So, but for me, it is meant to be challenging. It is not meant to be easy because it is what to prepare us to be a professional accountant. So this is the day you clear away qualification and you have passed all of the examination with professional attitude in mind. So bear in mind that it is not how difficult you are going to get through, but people will only look at your success. And for that, my next advice is try um, to do as lot as research as you can. And in fact, you've already done part of it by attending to this program just now, today. So well done. And other than that, you can try to consult with your family, with your friends, and your lecturer about your decision to take on this ACCA Accelerate. And I think that's all. I would like to emphasize that ACCA examination is quite challenging, but it is doable. So that's it.
Okay, thank you, Miss Azida. All right, last question for you too, Mr. Najib. What has helped you to get to where you are now, and what advice would you give to someone who wants to set off in a similar direction?
All right. So I'm gonna share you the things that I've done, even though I'm still doing this in my working life. So when you want to do something, first you need to find the thing that motivates you, your motivation factors, your reasons to do so. So like me, I'm taking CCA because I want to be different from my friends. First, second, I want to be the first SCCA affiliate from my schools, right? And the third one also, I want to get the Chartered Accountant title, the CA. So when you make your motivations or your reason clear, so that time, after that, you try to search, try to looking on how you can achieve it. But always keep in your mind that there's a lot of choices out there. So please choose wisely. Choose wisely based on your capabilities, and always try to rationalize your decisions before you proceed with the decisions. For example, you want to do ACCA, whether either that you want to do either it from diploma or degree, right? So you want to do from diploma based on your capabilities. You want to do diploma because you want to strengthen your foundation first. So you rationalize your decisions. Okay, so I want to do the diploma and then taking ACCA because I want to have something in my hand first. I want to have diploma first so that I have, in worst case scenario, I have diploma to apply my job later. Okay, that's the second thing. The third thing is always keep in your mind to expect unexpected circumstances or situations, and always try to realign your plans to ensure you meet your goals. For example, if you say that you fail your exams, so realign your plans. Either next semester you want to do focus more on your studies, or you also want to take opportunity to polish your skills. Either you be active on your faculty program, or you'll be part of the community members, student bodies, or even the ambassadors. So this is the thing that you need to consider lah, as it will help you a lot to be more prepared when you want to jump into your working life. And lastly, of course, do enjoy your new life, okay? And take it as a chance for you to improve yourself, as it will definitely, you will thank for it later lah, because it's a really good journey for you. Yeah, just enjoy your new life, okay? Yeah.
All right, thank you, Mr. Najib. Now that's the end of the sharing session. So let's move to the Q&A session. All right, now all of you may leave your questions in the comment section if there is anything you want to ask the speakers, and I will read it for you guys. Okay, so the first question is, what happens if we don't pass the paper? Will the scholarship continue to pay for us to retake it? Maybe Mr. Peter can answer this question.
All right, thanks. Yeah, but I think I guess this is more on the operation side. Puan Saskia will be able to help on this.
Okay. What happens if you don't pass the paper? Will the sponsorship continue to pay us to retake it? So depends on the terms in the sponsorships. Okay. For example, previously, Mara sponsorship, they don't allow any retake. That means if you were to retake, so that the second sitting you have to pay by yourself. But for peneraju, you are allowed to retake 2 times. All right, so depends on which paper, but maximum of resitting for the paper is 2. All right, so basically to answer your question, it depends on the nature of the sponsorship that you're actually having. Okay.
All right, thank you, Madam Saskia. Okay, next question. How can you stay motivated if you fail a paper? I think this question, Miss Azida or Mr. Najib can answer this. Can we go with Miss Azida first?
To stay motivated is not easy, especially I failed the first ACC exam while not being having to taste the failure for a long time with degree. So how to stay motivated is that to accept the reality that you can't right now is facing, and the fact that ACCA is challenging. So I tell myself it's okay because there are other people's failing too. So that's how I keep myself motivated, as well as the supports come from my lecturer, my family, and my friends.
All right, what about you, Mr. Najib?
Honestly, when I fail the papers, it quite demotivate me for 1 to 2 days, I said before. But then on the third day, I will try to move on, keep focus on for the next exam. So it's like I say, it's a normal fail in ACCA. It's just like how you accept and admit it. So if you admit it earlier, and then you move on, so you can keep focused and work harder on the certain syllabus that you may seem like is the thing that lead to you failure. So these are the things that I do when I fail my exams before. Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, next question from Siti Aisha. Which one do you prefer, computer-based exam or remote exam? Miss Azira, maybe you can answer this question.
I don't really have a preference regarding this, but um, probably computer-based exam is a bit more convenient for me in terms of the facilities provided, but also the remote exam is not quite bad at all. I've tried remote exam um, first time before this, and it went smoothly. So both has pros and cons. If you do the remote exam, your facilities might not be as good as doing the CBE, right? So yeah, I'm more towards CBE exam.
All right, next question. I would like to ask Azira or Najib, in your opinion, is ACCA difficult to pass? Can we go with Mr. Najib first?
Yep, ACCA is it's not difficult to pass as long as you follow your lecturers, advisors, like all the tips, all the practice you need to do. Like me, people always think that ACCA is hard to pass. It's hard if you don't have a tips, you don't have any advisors from your experienced lecturers. So it's a doable. It's not an impossible thing to pass, but you just need to put more effort on the practice of the questions, and also try to always like up to date your minds, up to date with the recent news, so that it will be easy for you to answer like a case study case questions. So yeah.
All right, thank you. What about Miss Azira?
The difficulty to pass depends on the kind of question they're given. Sometimes if you're lucky enough, you get the question that is a little bit more lenient to you, so it's kind of luck also, but still it is quite challenging. But in terms of difficult to pass, I think it depends on your preparation, um, how you study, how do you manage your time, does helps you to prepare to pass the paper. So it depends on you yourself.
All right, thank you. If Next question, if we start taking ACCA after we finish our degree, will there still be exemptions on papers?
Okay,
Okay.
I'll answer that. Now,
Alright.
I think referring to if I register after I graduated from degree, will be the exemption still available, right? So yes, the exemptions, I mean, as I mentioned to you all, UiTM degree is already has been accredited by ACCA. Yeah, as long whatever modules that you took is matched to the ACCA exemptions calculator, yes, you will be getting the exemptions. It's just that if you register after you complete your degree, then all the accelerate discount benefit will no longer available for you. All right, but exemption papers still you still eligible for it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next question. Can bachelors survive without professional qualifications in the current market? So, may I ask this question to Mr. Peter or Madam Sasha?
Okay, let me just start it off here. Um, Now, if you all aware with the current job market, um, especially in this industry, if you look at Big Four, for example, just giving you an example, they will take you in. Yeah, but of course, before they take you in, you have to remember all the competitions to go in. Yep, there will be like a pool of applicants where it come from, probably Malaysia graduate, those coming from the overseas, completing the degree and come back to Malaysia. So you'll be competing all this. Yeah. If you're lucky, you may get in. Yeah. But once you're in the company, say, for example, in Big Four, you are still required, or it is a compulsory for you to still do a professional qualifications. Yeah, so that's the importance of having the professional qualification. Now, having said that, with degree itself, it could be already a competition for you among all the fellow applicants. But therefore, that's why you need to consider to have a professional qualification in order for yourself to be stand out from the crowd. Yeah. So that's my thought there. Yeah, it is still a need. Yeah. Maybe Puan can add on that, and Najib also can, you being in one of the leading firm, so you may want to share the situations over there with your fellow colleagues or something like that. Over to you.
All right, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Peter. Yeah, actually, it's true. Most of my colleagues, they came from degree and from overseas degree as well. So our employers will ask their employees to take the professional qualifications. So most of my colleagues, they need to do professional qualifications. They get other choice also, ACCA, SAW, and also CPS to finish their studies. And also when you talk about professional qualifications, in the Big Four, you will need to have a professional qualification before you proceed, before you promoted to be the manager. So eventually, it will be better for you to finish your study and get the professional qualifications before you jump to your working life. As I said before, your employers will require you to do so. So yeah, that's the thing lah.
Allow me to add, yeah, I think as per what Najib mentioned earlier, with degree, yes, you may able to get a job, but in terms of your career progressions, you could be remaining the same for the next few years until you have a professional qualification in order for you to climb your corporate ladder. So I think that's how it is, right, Najib?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
All right, thank you. What about you, Madam Salsia? Maybe you have like a different opinion about this?
Okay. Yeah, for me, I agree with both. It's actually, for you to basically penetrate the market, you shouldn't have you might be lucky enough to accepted without the professional qualification. But the thing is, if you want to, as what Peter mentions, if you want to climb the corporate ladder, obviously you need to differentiate yourself and show there's some professional qualifications, achievement in order for you to allow you to climb the corporate ladder much easier as compared to the other candidates. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Okay, next question from. Okay, next time I will be in semester 6. I already enrolled last time, but quit early. My question is, can I join this semester ACCA Accelerate again?
Let me answer in the perspective of ACCA process first, yeah. You said you have registered last semester, but you quit. Now you wanted to re-register again. It is possible to register, yeah. It is possible. But on I think one, you may want to clarify on UiTM side, if you're to register in part 6, does it still allow under the professional pathway, or you prefer the students to re-register when in part 7 or 8 later?
Okay, basically, okay, this is actually enrolled. Can I join the semester SEC Accelerate? I'm not really clear on these questions. Do you want to activate your Accelerate status, or you want to basically start taking papers and having your UiTM as a tuition provider? Okay, for me, if you want to activate your Accelerate status, shouldn't have an issue, right, Peter? Right, as
That's
long
right.
as you are still.
That's right.
But in
That's
terms
right.
of having your UiTM as a tuition provider, when you start in part 6, for now we don't actually offer that because what we're actually offering now is actually for you to having us as a tuition provider, you must start from parts 5. For 2 reasons, okay, because basically we would like you guys to, ideally you have to basically complete your study, so you're going to have dual basically degree award, your ACCA as well as your basically ACCA in your degree. And then another concern is most of the sponsors, normally they want student, if you were to basically to get any sponsorships to sponsor your study. So most of the sponsors for now require students to start from part 5. So because of these two concerns, right? But if you just need to activate your accelerate studies, I don't think you have any issue. But to have us as tuition provider, yeah, you must start at 5, part 5, right? Okay, I hope that helps.
All right, next question from Muhammad Khairuddin. Will the employer give ACCA graduates priority during the interview process? Do they have access to interview job chances because of their ACCA qualification?
Okay, let me answer on that. Yeah, with the ACCA qualifications, yeah, it actually does give an add value to your CV. So therefore, employers will be able, to identify, okay, these candidates having this qualification, so you could be shortlisted. But to guarantee whether you get the job, I don't. That one I think is beyond our thing because it's all depends on your interview performance. But by having said that, ACA study itself is already like molding you into someone, right? It will give you all the skills that you need to prepare you for the future industry and many others. So ACA does help you to being noticed by the employers and perhaps to be shortlisted. But to guarantee to get a job, I think it still depends on your interview performance. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Next question from Jalaluddin Murad. Currently, this time I registered and attending AFM class. Is it possible if I'm not taking September exam and postpone it to the next sem? Do I still need to attend the class next sem?
Okay.
Maybe Madam Salsa?
Okay, let me just answer on the ACCA process first, yeah? So if I can understand correctly, students already registered for September exam and supposed to sit for the paper, right? But in here, say, is it possible if I'm not taking September, meaning want to withdraw from the exam? So with this, I don't think so it's allowed anymore because the requirement is that any exams amendment, it must be done before the standard entry closes. So no, I don't think so. If you still wanted to proceed to withdraw from the exam, you can, but the fees that had been paid earlier will be forfeited. Unless if you have done it before the standard entry, then the fees is going to be credited into your account for you to utilize in the next subsequent semester. So that answering on the ACCA process.
All right, thank you, Miss Peter. All right, okay, I will take this one last question from Ahmad Kamil bin Mazli Sham. If I fail one of my exam but pass the others, can I retake it after I grad?
I will answer on the essay perspective again. Yes, you can do that. Yeah. Say, for example, you sit for one paper this round, but you fail, you move on to the next paper and you pass. And plan to resit the paper that you failed previously after you graduate. It can be done. No, what's that? No restrictions at all. But you have to bear in mind, yeah, if you fail the paper but you delay, I mean, you plan to sit in the next coming few semester. What I'm afraid of is that whatever you have learned, probably you might forgot what you have learned. So for me, it's best for you to consider to immediately resit the paper because the knowledge that you learn is still fresh in your mind. So you just need to know what went wrong. Perhaps 10 revisions. Study the part that probably you are not familiar with, and many others factor lah. That's my opinion.
All right, thank you. Is there any more questions? All right, if no, then I will end this Q&A session now. But if any of you have something to ask, you may join our Telegram group at Frequently Answered Questions by UiTM ACCA Ambassador. You may get the link from our Instagram account, or you may reach us at any of our social media platforms. Before that, thank you so much to our VIPs and all our speakers for your time to attend today's program. And before we proceed to the quiz session, let's have a quick photography session. And therefore, we will appreciate it if everyone here could turn on your cameras and show us your brightest smile. Okay, everyone ready? Okay, in the count of three, everyone smiles, okay? 3, 2, 1, smiles. All right, great. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so before we proceed to our next session, okay, let's take another one. All right. Okay, let's take another one. Okay, in the count of three, everyone smiles. Okay, thank you, everyone. So before we proceed to our next session, we are going to have a 2 minutes break. So please be back at 11:50 a.m. for the quiz briefing. And make sure you stay with us until the end, okay? We will be right back after this break.
Hello and greetings, everyone. I'll be giving you a quick briefing on our quiz session. The quiz consists of 10 questions, and there will be multiple choice questions A, B, C, D, and yes or no questions. So, to whoever that gets to top 3 will be getting a chance to win our exclusive ACCA merchandise. So, to join the quiz, you may enter this code. And don't forget to type in your name so we can identify you as our winner. Those with unidentified names will be void and invalid for prize redemption. With that being said, I wish you good luck and all the best. Alright, now I'd like to announce the winners of the quiz game who will get the ACCA merchandise. So, okay, I will start with the third place. Give an applause to Vivi. Congrats, Vivi.
Now the second place goes to Daniel Arif. Congratulations.
And last but not least, the first place goes to Aizat Najwan. Congrats, Aizat Najwan. A big round of applause to all winners. Mind that to all winners to scan the QR code on the screen now to redeem your prizes.
Alright, great job everyone. I hope all of you enjoyed the quiz session. And now the program has come to its end. As the saying goes, to every beginning, there is an ending. And once again, thank you everyone for gracing our event with your presence. We truly appreciate it, and on behalf of the organizing committees, I would like to apologize if you have made any mistakes throughout the event. And I hope all of you gained something from today's event. Before we dismiss, here is a friendly reminder to scan the QR code on the screen and fill in the details in the feedback form at the end of this program to receive your e-certificate. Also, for our ACCA Accelerate Week event, we have provided trivial facts regarding ACCA Accelerate through our UiTM ACCA Ambassadors Instagram for a week, and you may follow our Instagram account to gain insight by reading out the post. And for more details about our upcoming events, you may visit our Instagram account at acca.uitmambassador and Facebook page at ACCA UiTM Ambassador. I, Fatin Arshati Ilya, and my duty as MC for today's event with wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye everyone and have a great day.